Welcome to vlog number 10. Roll intro. Okay, so vlog number 10. Trying to work out what to talk about on this. I think we talked a lot about like little bits and pieces, nothing really interesting before. So far we're still waiting on the website to be finished. Since I last spoke to you, I've been ill, so I haven't really accomplished a lot, but that's fine. So I was looking back about what sort of things that I'd like to talk about, and actually, so the big one would probably be sport. So I was lucky, and the local football team to me, or soccer team if you're in the US, was Manchester United. So I've always been a Man United fan, as far as I can remember. None of my family like football at all, in any way, shape or form. I think there's one family member who does, but that's like a cousin. Everyone else likes rugby or likes, I don't know what else. So I was the one football fan, massive Man United fan. I think probably started watching it in '86, and have always followed Man United. I think that the only hard bit now is to try and get access to watch the matches live. But massive Man United fan, even though I'm wearing sort of sky blue, which is, City, but so I'm a big Man United fan. So big news today is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come across as the full-time manager rather than the interim manager. I think he was always going to do it because he's done so well in the last 15 games, 14 or 15 games, and to beat PSG in the way that we did was amazing. Last couple of results have not been brilliant. Beaten by Wolves in the FA Cup quarterfinals and beaten by Arsenal in the league. But he's still playing with the same squad Mourinho had. I think it's going to take time. He's bringing the young players through. I think that the squad has pretty much expended itself in terms of injuries, and those guys are going to come back. With Anthony Martial back on the injured list, I think, after the France training, and Marcus Rashford as well, who's off injured, Lingard, so it's going to be a tricky few months, but I think he's probably the right man for the short term. So the other sport I'm massively into at the moment is the NFL. Chose my team for the first time last year, and standard I picked the Jets, obviously. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. Maybe I'd listen to like a Gary Vaynerchuk thing or something, I don't know. But I picked the Jets because, I've just said I'm a Man United fan in football. So therefore I've got my supreme, all-winning, all-conquering, super giant team. So now I want a team that kind of, was gritty, down-to-earth fan base, was a little bit different. Hopefully he's going to win, but you never know. And I think that the New York Jets kind of did that. And then last year, it was okay. The year before, I think they were fairly awful with Fitzpatrick, quarterback, and then now they've got Darnold who looks like he could be okay. He looks like he could grow into it. And you had Adams having an absolute storm of a season. I think he'll pick up and improve again. And I think that Le'Veon Bell coming across, is an added treat. So we'll see what those guys can do. What do my predictions? I think a run at the playoffs. I don't think they're going to go much further. So my thing about the NFL goes back to, it must be, I can't remember, sort of Dan Marino and Joe Montana and Randall Cunningham and sort of Steve Young and sort of blending into that era. It used to be on a terrestrial channel. They used to record it overnight on video player, on VHS, and then sit and watch all the games and all the highlights used to be from the previous Sunday on a Saturday afternoon. So we used to watch that as kids. Absolutely fascinated, brilliant. Used to, rugby tackle, be tackling cushions and pillows and my brother and anything else that they get a hand on. Used to be outside with a small American football, throwing that around. Absolutely loved it. Managed to actually play the first time American football, the first time in my life, against the US Marine Corps in Camp, whatever it was called, Leatherneck in Afghanistan. So we played tag football. It was awesome. You don't really get it in the UK. I mean, there may be a few bits and pieces in central London, but outside there, you don't really get it. But went down to Wembley last year and watched the LA Chargers against Tennessee Titans. It was a really good game. Should have gone into overtime. I had said earlier in the match they should have kicked, and they decided to go on fourth down. Mariota made the wrong call. Should have listened to me. I was shouting it. Should have listened to me. But yeah, go to watch it live. It was really cool. Getting the chance to do that. Really want to come over to the US and watch one. Wow, yeah, I would. I think going to a Jets game would be amazing. I think going to any of the college games would be pretty cool as well. So hopefully that'll happen in the future. So yeah, so teams are Manchester United and New York Jets. Where we're going to finish in the table for Manchester United, I'm going to say we're going to finish 4th. And we're going to get knocked out by Barcelona in the Champions League. But hopefully not. You never know. I mean, PSG showed you, you never know. The game against PSG shows you that. New York Jets, I think that we'll get a wildcard spot in the playoffs, and I think we'll have to wait and see. Le'Veon Bell might be able to turn it on. I don't think he can turn it around on his own. See what happens in the draft. The draft draw is June 7th? In my mind it's June the 17th, but we'll see what happens in the draft draw. And yeah, so that's my vlog on sports. Happy to talk about that until the cows come home. Yeah, that's the end of vlog 10. See you for vlog 11. Go.